Oh, hi everyone. Little glitch in the matrix there. What else is possible? And we're on to day 8 of Interesting Point of View. And today's topic is Interesting Point of View and that beautiful thing called doubt. I wonder who created doubt. It was just so amazing, isn't it? Like, you can wake up in the morning, you feel great, and then something shows up and you start doubting you, start judging you. You're a pile of poo, someone judges you, and now you're wondering whether you can actually do something. And like, it's such a doubt is such one of these emotional things that just uplifts you and takes you beyond what you know is possible, and really inspires you to create more and inspires other people to create more. Or does it? No. Doubt is a pile of shit, basically. It's an implant designed to distract you from being. Every time that doubt is either placed on you or you buy it as real, it's a judgment, and it is an inacknowledgement of you and you as a being. It is actually a way of controlling you so that you can't be the big, bright, beautiful star that you truly be. Now, one of the cool tools in Access, as we all know, because we're doing 14 days of Who Does This Belong To, it's, of course, Interesting Point of View. So when doubt comes up, first thing to do is to look at it and go, oh, is this mine or somebody else's? Because you're all psychic demon bitches and bastards from hell, and it's sort of like you actually are often picking up other people's doubt about themselves. And what I found is that in the morning is one of those really good times when a lot of doubt comes up, because people, doubt their capacities when they wake up in the morning. Oh, I've got to go to work, I've got to go to school, I've got to do this, I don't think I can do it. And me as an infinite being, pick that up. How often are you doing that? So if it's somebody else's, return it to sender with all the consciousness of the universe attached. And that's not only going to allow you to have more freedom in this, it's going to allow them to have more freedom in this, because we're not separate beings by any stretch of the imagination. So the more that you become more aware, the more other people have that possibility of change as well. And my beautiful friend Dr. Dane here, he says it in a beautiful way. Be you and change the world. So when you actually be you and not subject to doubt or self-judgment, which is basically the same thing, then you give the possibility of other people stepping into that greatness that they truly be too. So if it's not that, woohoo, it's a lie, an implant, or an interesting point of view. Best question ever. What energy, space and consciousness can we and our bodies be to be the no-lie implant and interesting point of view we truly be? So, thank you, Josephine. How does it get any better than that? And the simple tool is, when the doubt comes up, interesting point of view, I have that point of view. Interesting point of view, I have that point of view. Interesting point of view, I have that point of view. We just talked about doubt as being a distractor implant. And so a distractor implant is something that is designed to take you away. It's implanted in you from a very young age, maybe even lifetimes, other lifetimes. So what we can do is we can destroy and uncreate the distractor implant of doubt every time that it comes up, and then go back into interesting point of view. I have this point of view. Interesting point of view. I have this point of view. Interesting point of view. I have this point of view. So join me right now in just a little exercise, because I love these little exercises. Let's bring up a doubt. Can you bring up some sort of doubt that you've had today, or that you have been quote unquote experiencing over time? Just close your eyes for a second, and it's sort of like, for me, it's like, oh, I can't create enough classes. I'm pathetic at creating classes. There's a doubt, okay? There's a judgment. Bring that up. Feel that through your whole body. Yeah. Okay. Now bring that tool. Interesting point of view, I have that point of view. Interesting point of view, I have that point of view that I doubt. Interesting point of view, I have that point of view. Interesting point of view, I have that point of view. Interesting point. point of view. I have that point of view. I can't even remember the point of view that I was talking about now. So open your eyes now. How do you feel when you do that? Does the doubt get bigger or does it get smaller? It will get smaller. Anything that's a lie, when you start to expand into interesting point of view and allowance, is a lie of magnitude, because it's not real and it's not true. It's an implant designed to control you and make you smaller. So anything that gets bigger when you go into interesting point of view is true for you in that 10 seconds. Okay? So everything that just brought up or let down, can we now destroy and uncreate all of that? Good and bad, right, wrong, pop, corner, short. Lucia, that's a really interesting statement that you have there. I'm having lots of physical pain tonight. Yeah, you're right, you are. So what if you could turn that into a question or use that tool? Interesting point of view, I have this point of view that I'm in pain. Interesting point of view, I have this point of view, I'm in pain. Interesting point of view, I have this point of view, I'm in pain. Now, does that get lighter or heavier? What you also want to do is when you have a statement like that, you want to turn it into a question. It's like, what is, interesting point of view, how is it, lighter or heavier? Get back to us, Lucia. So we often have it's heavier. Okay, so what's the lie there? When something is a lie, it's heavy. When something is heavy, there's a lie there. So is it really pain, or is it an awareness that you're not willing to receive? Now, one of the things with interesting point of view, not interesting point of view, sorry. One of the things with doubt is often we have doubt around money. So whenever we buy anything, afterwards we often go into doubt whether we should have bought that or not. That's the time to go into interesting point of view. I have that point of view. Interesting point of view. I have that point of view. Interesting point of view. I have that point of view. Okay, you've been asking that, so what's the awareness that you're not happy? Sorry, I'm doing like 16 million things at the moment. We're publicly facilitating Lucia here, and she is an amazing lady and really willing to receive. So what is it that you're unwilling to receive? Like pop that. When pain comes up, you've got to be an interesting point of view, because if you buy it as pain, then by default you have to feel it as pain. So interesting point of view, I have this point of view that my body is in pain. Interesting point of view, I have this point of view that my body is in pain. Point of view, I have this point of view that my body is in pain. Now, over the last few days, you've noticed that my voice has been very gravelly and now and I've had lots of people ask me, oh, have you got a cold? What's going on? Would you like me to help you change it? And it's sort of like, no, I've just been in a total interesting point of view with it. I've noticed that my body has been doing something, playing with it. My body doesn't actually have a point of view about it. And so I've just been doing interesting point of view. I have this point of view, interesting point of view. I have this point of view, interesting point of view. I have this point of view, and not trying to force any sort of change. My body's been playing with something. Do I have a cognitive awareness of that? No, but it's certainly, I haven't been going into the woe is me or poor pitiful me, or that I can't do it because I can't talk, or any other sort of reasons and justifications. It's just like, oh, interesting point of view, my body is doing this. Interesting point of view, my body is doing this. I've been asking what awareness this is, but not getting an answer. Yeah. Like, Lucia, you're brilliant. How does it get any better than that? Because how many of us are actually asking questions to get an answer? That's what I was just talking about then with the interesting point of view thing with my gravelly voice. It's not that I want to answer, it's that I am desiring awareness. Now, awareness doesn't always occur cognitively, but when you do get the awareness, things will change and you will move on. So everywhere where you're trying to look for an answer so that you can fix what you've already decided is wrong, and this includes money, can we now destroy and uncreate all of that? good and bad, right, wrong, pop, corn, I short, boys, meals. Hope you're enjoying this one. Let's just do a few more. Whatever is going on in your body, your money flows, whatever that is in your reality right now, let's all contribute to each other and do that. Bring that up in your reality. Interesting point of view. I have this point of view. Interesting point of view. I have this point of view. Life is lighter in general. Yeah, life gets when it starts to get lighter. That is true for you. We're all infinite beings, and when things start to get lighter, that's the lightness that we're looking for. The more and more we step into that, the less and less that this reality's doubt and not interesting point of views and judgment has any effect on us. So please join me right now for 1 minute of interesting point of view. Let's see if we can time it in some way. Ready, steady, go. Bring up whatever it is. Interesting point of view, I have this point of view. Interesting point of view, I have this point of view about money. Interesting point of view, I have this point of view about pain. Interesting point of view, I have this point of view about this other person. Interesting point of view, I have this point of view about relationship. Interesting point of view, I have this point of view that I'm looking very old in the camera. Interesting point of view, I have this point of view that Liam looks a little bit unshaven. Interesting point of view, I have this point of view that Liam is an arsehole. Interesting point of view, I have this point of view that I'm an arsehole myself. Talking about you. Interesting point of view, I have this point of view that I'm a pathetic pile of shit. Interesting point of view, I have this point of view. Interesting point of view, I have this point of view that I am stupid. Interesting point of view, I have this point of view, other people think I'm stupid. Interesting point of view, that person has that point of view of me. Interesting point of view, that person has that point of view of me. Interesting point of view, that person is judging me. Interesting point of view, that person is judging me. That's an interesting point of view, that person is judging me. It's just an interesting point of view. Any others? Interesting. Just type them in. Interesting point of view, I have this point of view that it's cold. Interesting point of view. That's an interesting one, because your body will actually give you an awareness of when it's cold, and that is actually true for you in that 10 seconds. Interesting point of view, I have this point of view that it's too bright in here. Interesting point of view, I have this point of view that I like the plant behind me. Interesting point of view, I have this point of view. Interesting point of view. Okay, cool. So can you imagine what it would be like if you did interesting point of view for every point of view that shows up in your reality? It's gonna be damn hard work. One of the most difficult things that you'll ever do. Interesting point of view, I have that point of view, you know. And what if it was easy to step more into allowance? Awake too late. Interesting point of view. Interesting point of view, it's too late for me. Yeah. Thanks for pointing out your interesting point of views. Yeah, cool. Well, some of them are mine and some of them are other people's. How many of your points of views are actually other people's? Oh, all of them. How does it get any better than that? Oh, interesting point of view, I'm not polished. Yeah, everything that is, can we now destroy and uncreate it all? Good, bad, right, wrong, pop, corn, I short, boys, millions. Well, we're going to have another Facebook Live tomorrow, so I hope you can all join me. Please continue on with this interesting point of view. We've got another 8, this is number 8, another 6 to go. How does it get any better than this? And please share this with other people so that people can get, it's free. I mean, the more people that have this awareness, that all you have to do is use a simple tool like this, and then you can be in so much more allowance of yourself and of other people, but mainly of yourself. And of course, then doubt has no place in our reality. Would you enjoy that? Thanks for all the love hearts, guys. Love you too. Ciao.